Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees number 3. This is a new book from IDW Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team behind this before we get into the book. So this book is written and illustrated by Patrick Horvath with letters by Hassan Otsmane-Elhaou. And I really, once again, if you're a little behind or you forgot everything that kind of happened in the last issue, I love that you get to read the Woodbrook Wanderer, to kind of refresh your memory of what happened in the last issue. Now, in this issue, the synopsis is actually written as a poem, I guess. So I'm going to read that. As Woodbrook quakes in terror, the killer runs free. The town now plans a funeral instead of festivity. Sam has her suspicions. She'll follow her hunch. She better act fast, or more bones might go crunch. But Sam isn't afraid. She knows she'll solve the case because the killer doesn't know, but they left a trace. That last bit of it is very exciting because I like that our main protagonist, Samantha, is obviously she is a killer. That's not the part I like. I just like that she's very capable, very observant, very wise. And this book just really finds very interesting ways to portray how on edge the town is. We'll see some of that in the preview art. Once again, the juxtaposition of these like very cute, painterly, like almost like a coloring book feel vibes to it, with the subject matter of like there's a killer running around. On top of our main character, there's also a killer, but nobody knows that. Really interesting stuff. There's also a lot of like imagery of cutting flesh and red backgrounds, which I think really adds to that tension. The dialogue between the inhabitants of the town, all that stuff really builds up. Of course, Samantha is kind of suspicious of a new character in this issue, and she keeps following those little clues. And towards the end, we do have maybe the actual killer reveal themselves, but do they even know that Samantha is onto them? That'll be really interesting to see how it plays out in the next issue. Let's take a look at some of the preview art here. Uh, as I mentioned, very just the shorthand for like raising the tension, raising the stakes. You see the inhabitants of the town locking their door, which is probably not something that they used to do before. This town is obviously very quiet, very much peaceful, and then we get to follow. We get to follow one of the citizens, kind of running around, running errands. They go to the butcher shop, and I like the way we see that many of the people of this town are trying to probably just get back to kind of like more normalcy, right? So they go to the butcher shop. They thank they thank the a butcher for being open, uh, but there's something amiss. There's something afoot. We hear this loud sneeze, and Samantha also hears that, and that's kind of a clue. So it's almost a very interesting mix of like this art may feel like just everyday kind of mundane situations, but every few panels there's something that raises the stakes, raises the tension, whether it's a bit of dialogue, whether it's us seeing Samantha looking on to finding a clue, whatever the case may be. So yeah, Patrick Horvath is doing a fantastic job. um, the lettering really shines in this issue, especially when you have all those um, sound effects for the butcher, and the juxtaposition between the text and the like kind of gory imagery behind it, because it is a butcher shop. So yeah, it's really interesting. I really have been enjoying this series, probably the most fun mystery out in comics at the moment. So if you have read this series, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure to come back and check out the rest of our videos. We'll have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.